Welcome everyone. This is Mike from ZozoStockWatch.com, and let's go ahead and take a look at some of the news that came out after the bell, courtesy of the trade exchange. HMNY, they had an offering after the bell, so that stock selling off in the after hours. HMNY, Fate also a public offering on FATE. Stock is down after hours. Let me see. TEL closes public offering, TELL. All right, stock not doing much after hours. PAY, Verifone, earnings per share, revenue beat PAY, but then they came out and they warned. All right, so Pay down after their earnings. They warned after that earnings beat. MRCY, Mercury Systems, MRCY received a 2.3 million order, all right, on Mercury Systems. Let's see, what else did we have? Oh, we had the crude API crude numbers come out after the bell tonight, came out around 4:30. So let's take a look at USO. A little bit of a bounce. USO was down. Oil was down quite a bit today, and but a little bit of a recovery here in the after hours. Not much though for oil. And let's see, what else did we have after the bell? Riot is down after the bell. Some negative comments. I think it was what's his name on the Fast Money show. What is that? Well, yeah, it's the Fast Money Show, I think, on CNBC. Anyway, BK, I think, came out and was talking about Riot on CNBC, so that stock is down in the after hours. Take a look at some of the others. Mara ticking down a little bit. Let's see, Mark, SRAX. So all these, so sort of wannabe, I guess, Bitcoin stocks basically down a little bit in the after hours and trended down pretty much all day on those wannabe Bitcoin stocks. But let's see, and then WDC to host a call here on WDC. Let's check that one out. That stock popped in the after hours. Toshiba and Western Digital settlement and agree to strengthen flash memory collaboration. Let's just check out STX. Here was a stock we got in for the service. We got in at 40.45 and we sold it for a $1 gain. I kind of messed up on this one because I sold it a little too prematurely after we got the $1 gain. I just wasn't trusting this market today for some reason. And so I kind of put the sell out there on STX, and as you can see, grinded higher for the rest of the day. May all my mistakes be that making $1 on a swing trade, but I should have sold a partial up for $1 and then held the rest. But I was a little quick on this swing trade STX, but really nice move here on STX. Unfortunately, we got $1 on it, and then I decided to pull the the sell, put the sell on it, and up it went even more. So should have sold in lots here, and I don't know why I did that, but I guess something spooked me with the market. You know what it was? It was Nvidia. Nvidia was coming down all day, and MU, and I think this kind of put the, I kind of thought, wow, we really caught one here with STX, and we got this dollar when Nvidia and whatnot were moving down. So I thought, kind of shook me out a little bit, and but it continued higher, STX. Anyway, all right, so that's the story on the swing trade there. Next up, let's take a look at some of the stuff that was active today. Top gainers, PTI, RPRX, GLBR, GLYC, THC, Gene, EVI, ADRO, COWN, and Seadrill, SDRL. And that was with oil down. Seadrill was up today, so pretty impressive there. Then some names down, DXTR, Think this one is getting delisted. CYCC, AKTX, PGLC, WLL, SIFI, Z ZNH, IRM, NITE, EIX, Mattel, and Zeal. ZEAL were the down stocks today. For your unusual call activity, courtesy of the trade exchange, if I can find it. Okay, here we go. Juniper, WFT, LC, NCLH, ACLP, Hertz. You can throw CAR in there also. They had some unusual call activity in CAR, S, Sprint, FCX. Big move today in FCX, EYES, and then to the put activity, unusual put activity, SQ and EVHC. So that's your put and call activity today. Courtesy of the trade exchange, and they mail that letter out every night if you want to take a look at it. All right. Just get on their email list and they'll send that to you. All right, what do you want to look at next, guys? As you can see, we had a big storm here in Canada, about, I don't know, 20, a little over 20 centimeters. So kind of dealing with that all day today. Let's go ahead and look at the futures. Currently, it's about, what time is it? 7:20 p.m. Eastern time. The Dow futures down a little bit, S&P down 2, NASDAQ futures down 4 or 5. That's your futures for tonight. And the calendar, that's what I was looking for, the calendar. Here we go. Don't forget, tomorrow, big day, FOMC meeting. So, things might be a little sluggish tomorrow. You can't make, institutions can't make big bets before this FOMC meeting and then the presser. Are they going to raise rates? Are they going to hold pat on not raising the rates? So we'll find out at 2 p.m. tomorrow. And keep your eye on gold and the home builders, TLT, TBT. All right, TLT, TBT, those all deal with bonds. Keep an eye on GLD and some of the gold names, and then some of the home builders, the Lennars of the world, Toll Brothers, and things like that, to see what the reaction's going to be on this FOMC meeting announcement. Now, 2 o'clock is the announcement, and then at 2:30 is the conference. All right, so she'll be taking questions, Janet Yellen. Okay, and then tomorrow before the bell for your earnings, we got OPT. All right, earnings before the bell, and then not really any big names tomorrow after the bell. PIR, Pier 1 Imports, that's about it in retail stock. But Thursday, we got some big names coming out after the bell. All right, if you didn't watch my last video, Adobe, Costco, J-Bill, Oracle, so some big names on Thursday. All right, so let's go ahead and get into that watch list real fast. And Ameritrade, possible swing trade in this. The financials were doing good today. XLF. All right, they were popping. JP Morgan, ETFC, E-Trade Financial, that one holding up too. So maybe Ameritrade wants to make a move here over, 52.75 in that area on Ameritrade. APPS, possible day trader, 1.5 million on APPS. Blue Apron. It seems like it's getting some buying. It's holding the 5 EMA, but it's stuck below the 50. So where is our 50 SMA here? It's at 413. Still has some work to do, but just keeping an eye on it. This one maybe wants to recover a little bit. They have a new CEO. CBIO. Holding up well after these big pops. Then buyers came in. They're holding it up, holding it above the 5 EMA. So this one will be on watch. Possible day trade. CERC gave a nice pop today. 1.2 million. Maybe if this gets back over $2, CERC possible day trade. CHCI. volume came in a little bit light in the volume. This is a low volume stock, but saw this expanding volume here on this one. So we'll see on this. I was watching it intraday. It was a bit spready, so not a favorite there. CLSN, 1.2 million shares. And basing here under this $3 spot on CLSN. So keep that one on watch. DPW, holding up in the after hours, even with the negative comments on Riot from CNBC, and DPW still holding up. So we'll see on that one tomorrow. EGOV, big pop, big volume. This one was mentioned by John Nigerian, the call activity in this name, EGOV. So big pop here in this one. We'll see if there's any kind of setup tomorrow intraday. ELTK. This one I had news, I believe. I see volume came in, expanding volume. Maybe if it gets back over 4. So we'll see. ELTK. All right. EPE. An oil name, a small oil name. I saw this one, and I also saw Torch moving up also today. So Torch was moving up. So maybe this EPE might want to continue up also. So keep your eye on that one. GLBR popped. Volume came in. Needs to get over this 85 level. All right, on GLBR, so keep your eye on that. GTE, another one of these small little oil names, kind of messing around with the 200 SMA, getting over these topping tails here. The high today on it was 236, so if it can take out, 236, maybe we get a continuation move in GTE. Habit was coming up on the scanners today, and if this thing breaks 10, you might get a continuation move on Habit. HABT expanding volume once again. HCP, big volume candle here. It's a REIT though, that's the only thing. But I was thinking maybe for a swing trade, so I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to do a little more work on this one. Healthcare facilities, it looks like it's been beaten down. It's been going sideways. It's back over the 50. Not a favorite, but I just saw this big volume coming in on it, so I thought I would put it out there. LC, nice volume in this name. And moving up. So we'll see intraday if this one wants to set up for us. 28 million shares. MDXG starting to turn, getting up over the 50 SMA. 1.8 million shares. MFIN. Broke out of this consolidation here. I feel like I'm chasing a little bit, but you never know. Intraday, maybe we get like a red to green type of move for a possible day trade in MFIN. You see the volume coming in on this name, Credit Services. PTI popped. Look at this volume that came in today, right, from the news last night. And so this one will be on watch tomorrow. PYDS, Business Services, never traded this one, 2.3 million shares. I'm not sure if it's spready or not, but it popped all the way up to about $3.50. So keep your eye on that. RCON, another one of these small little oil names popping. So that one might be interesting. RGSC, we actually got a trade in this one at the close, over $1.40 on this one, and it went up to $1.55. Now, on a percentage basis, that's pretty good. And it was an afternoon trade. Came about like around 3 o'clock or so. So I got a nice dime and 12 cents around there on this RGSE. So this one we'll keep on watch to see if it wants to make a move. Sprint, as I showed you earlier, came in on the unusual call activity, some volume coming into the name. One of these off the bottom type of stocks. Speaking of which, what's TMUS doing? That one, bounced off the bottom. So maybe Sprint wants to recover here. Saw Verizon pop in today and AT&T. So maybe Sprint wants to start coming off the bottom. SBUX, Starbucks, maybe a little bit of a chase now. It's kind of come from, it wasn't easy. You watched it here at the 50, then it got kind of over the 200. I guess that would have been the entry right over this 200 SMA, but I wasn't on it. We'll see if maybe it wants to set up possible swing trade for a continuation. All right, and I don't know, for some reason I want to look at Disney. They're trying to buy pieces of Foxa. All right, Fox, 20th Century Fox, to kind of compete with Netflix, and Netflix has been, kind of moving down. We're right near this trend line on Netflix. So I guess I think the deal is supposed to be announced by on Thursday, according to David Faber on CNBC. So maybe this Disney wants to go if that deal goes through. So keep, Disney on watch, possible swing trade. We talked about J&J on the video last night. I showed you this chart, and it gapped up this morning, and so there was like no way in on it. So that's going to happen sometimes. I was watching this one, and then it gapped up, and I couldn't find a way in. So that was J&J off the video last night. SORL. Kind of, messing around with this point, I think it's point 90, yeah, 790. So if this can get over 790, then you might get the $8 break on SORL Auto Parts. And, volume has been holding up. It's holding above the 5 and the 10. SRRA, I believe this is a Canadian biotech company, 600,000 shares, and we had a high today of 315. So keep your eye on this one. All right. SRRA, possible day trade. STNG, shipping name. SHIP, shipping name. Trying to get up over the 20 SMA, 4.4 million shares there. Some expanding volume. STNG. Let's see. Let's look at some of the other shippers. DCIX. As you can see, I got to really open my charts. Nothing much going on there. Dries, just trying to hang out at the 50 SMA here on Dries, and then the one that was, moving up tremendously, up to 12 here, PXS, now pretty much quiet and doing nothing. So, shippers are a mixed bag. I think EGLE. Yeah, here it is. This is the one I was trying to think of. EGLE is another one you might want to watch, over that 460, 460 level. 1 million shares came in on Eagle, EGLE, shipping imports. So, but it is still below the 200 SMA, but, you got to start from somewhere, right? So it is getting over the 10 SMA. So that one might be interesting, EGLE. TGC, another one of these small oil names. We'll go ahead and draw some lines here. You see, that dollar area looks important to get back over. Kind of gapped up today, 1.8 million shares, TGC. So keep your eye on these little small oil names that seem to be getting some interest. THC, Tenant Healthcare. Let me see, what was this doing after? I kind of rolled over a little bit in the after hours. Did finally get gap up above the 50 SMA, 7.7 million shares. And then lastly, depending on what Riot is going to do and these Bitcoin stocks, XNet. Back over the 10, getting back over or near the 20 SMA. So we'll see. It's usually very spready intraday on this name. It's a whippy kind of trader. So we'll see on that one. Not a favorite. All right. So that's the watch list for tonight. And for Wednesday, don't forget that FOMC meeting. It's pretty big. At 2 o'clock, the announcement comes out, and then the presser at 2:30. All right, everybody, have a great night. Thanks for watching, and back at it tomorrow night for Thursday's watch list.